one of the deep threads in this series is connecting AI as commonly understood to other kind of cultural technologies as more fundamentally understood in the way that Cosmo Shalizi and Henry Farrell recently wrote in The Economist. They're saying like AI isn't actually anything new, that markets and bureaucracies are already this thing.
Yeah.
They are already this class.
I completely agree with that.
And yeah, so like the last piece to stack on that is that like the effect that people are feeling now, like you can say the way that those same teenage girls who are deciding to drop out of their art school or whatever are already suffering from body dysphoria because of Instagram and because of the superstar effect where, you know, it sifts the top 0.01% of hot, sexy magazine bodies to the top of the feed.
Yeah.
And that this statistical logic, when you're talking about like what it is that we stand to lose, I think we've been living in this for a while. Specifically using the term smoothness, like the use of makeup to cover blemishes is like part of this same sort of logic. And when I think about, again, the logic of risk mitigation or, you know, crab people kind of thinking, you know, you've got Benoit Mandelbrot specifically saying that fractality is a measure of roughness.
Right.
You know, fractality is a measure of the jaggedness of landscapes in multiple dimensions, which is, in a way, a measure of surprise.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't fit on perfect curve of a calculus derivative.
Of asymmetry a jagged edge invites interpretation. It calls for agency. So if I'm a fractal jagged thing, others experience me as something that has to be figured out. And as insofar as my jaggedness makes navigating this world a little less smooth than if I was a perfectly spherical marble, I have to think a lot more about the world I'm in. So agency is increased. Agency it's Freud's old beyond the pleasure principle. Consciousness is a kind of itch, right? A kind of pain. And consciousness arises by virtue of some necessity, right? If everything was going just smoothly, we'd just be as dormant as rocks.